To another episode of Sir Boach TV, and today we are looking at integration. Our last video we posted was under differentiation, so today we are looking at integration. Now, the very simple definition I can give about integration is that it is a reverse of differentiation. Integration is a reverse of differentiation. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, if I have I'm finding ddx of x squared, and that will give me what? 2x. So if I find dy dx, or I differentiate x squared, I'm going to get 2x. And in the same way, if I integrate 2x, okay, 2x dx, I'm going to get let me break it down. I'm going to get 2x, and the power of the x will become 2 square, because there is 1 here, so I'm going to add 1 to it, making 2 all over the new power 2. So I'm going to get x squared, but this time it's not x squared only. We have to add plus what? C, and plus that c we have over here becomes the constant of integration. The constant of integration. So that is the idea of integration. Now I want us to look at definite integral. Sorry, let's start with indefinite integral. After indefinite integral, then we move to definite integral. Now let's go straight into it. Now let's have our general form of indefinite integral. So if I have it, if I want to differentiate this, it's going to be very simple in the sense that we are going to have my x, then my n, and the power will be increased by 1, so plus 1. And I'll divide everything by the new power. The new power is now n plus 1. Then I bring my plus c. That's my constant. That's my constant to it. So we divide everything by the power, by the new power of the x. Okay, we divide everything by the new power of the x. That is the idea or the general form for the integration. Now I want us to look at some. Let's take some example. So we have integral of x to the power 3 dx. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to get x to the power 3 plus 1. Is that okay? All over 3 plus 1, because 3 plus 1 becomes the new power. So we are going to get x to the power 4 all over 4. Then we add my plus c to it. So this becomes the answer as far as that is concerned. If I take another example like this, integral of 3x squared plus 4x dx. Now with this one, what will happen is that I'm going to differentiate it term by term. Now if I pick the first term, 3x squared, I'm going to add 1 to the power. So I'm going to get 3x squared plus 1. And I'll divide it by the new power. The new power is 2 plus 1. That is what? 3. So this side is going to give me this, and this will cancel. So I'm going to get x to the power 3. Is that okay? For that side. Then I'll continue with the plus 4x. If I integrate 4x, the 1 here is going to add, and I'm making 2. So I'm going to divide here by 2. So this and this will cancel. Then left with 2. Then I'm going to get plus 2x squared. Then I bring my constant plus c. This is how it is done. We can't do anything about this again. Now this is indefinite integral. So with the indefinite integral, they don't give us any limit. Okay, they just give us the raw something like that to just differentiate. But with the definite integral, we are given limits. Okay, we are given limits, something like this. So limit as a to b f of x dx. It means that we can't just integrate, but we have to make sure we make use of the a and b attached to the integral sign. Let's take an example. If we have integral of 1 to 3 x dx, what does it really mean? Now this simply means that we should integrate. After we integrate, then we put in the value of 3 and we put in the value of 1. What do I mean by that? Now if I integrate x if I integrate x from here, because it has a power of 1, I'm going to get x squared. Now the new power is 2. So this is what we are getting for the integration of the x dx. Okay, we are getting this. Now we have to make sure we pick this 3 we have over here and put it at where we have x. So I'm going to get 3 squared over 2 minus 1 squared over 2. And here will give me 9 over 2 minus 1 over 2. And that is going to give me 4. That's going to give me 4. Just simple like that. So with a definite integral, after we have integrated, we look at the limit, the lower limit, the upper limit of the integral, then put the upper one, we put the top one in first, then subtract the down one, then we'll get our value. Simple like that. So simple like that. So simple like that. So let's look at another thing. Now we want to look at integration by substitution, whereby we have to introduce a letter to represent something before we do the integration. So now let's get straight into it. Integration by substitution. Now let's take an example like integral of 2x x squared plus 1 all cubed dx. Now we have to differentiate. We have to integrate this, and now this one is 2 terms before the dx comes. So we have x squared plus 1 as a term. Have 2x as a term. So what we have to do is that we have to represent, or we have to let u be equal to x squared plus 1. So let's say let u be equal to x squared plus 1. Then we can find our du dx to get what? 2x. Our du is going to be 2x. Now if I find du will be equal to 2x dx. Now that I have u to be equal to du being equal to ux dx, now I can pick it and come and replace it in the integral. So we are going to have integral of u cubed du being equal to u to the power 4 over 4. Is that okay? Then from here I can substitute my du back, and I substitute my u also back, and I'll get my final answer. So that is how it is done. Now with the trig functions, as far as this is concerned, I'm not going to talk about that. I have a full video that I'm going to talk about trig functions, whereby we'll talk about all the trig functions. So what I'm going to say is that we are going to end this lesson here with just these 3, and with just this, and thank you very much for watching, and catch you soon with more videos. I'm out.